Big updates now coming in straight from the NDA sources, which has revealed to us that possible names for the cabinet berths from allies could be these. From Andhra Pradesh, Ram Mohan Naidu, JDS's HD Kumaraswamy, Anupriya Patel from Apna Dal, Jayant Chaudhary from RLD, Chirag Paswan from LJP, and from NCP, Praful Patel, Sunil Tadkare from JDU. There are a couple of more names in this particular list. This is the word that we have received from NDA sources as far as the list in Modi 3.0 cabinet is concerned. These are some of the possible names. Big names coming in from Andhra Pradesh is Ram Mohan Naidu from JDS's Kumaraswamy is also there in the list. Anupriya Patel from Apna Dal Secular, Jayant Chaudhary from RLD is also there. Chirag Paswan can in fact grab something big. He comes from LJP, and if we were to talk about the list that has been given by the NCP, we are learning that couple of names in that particular list are Praful Patel, Sunil Tadkare from JDU, Lallan Singh, Sanjay Kumar Jha, Ramnath Thakur, who is also the son of Karpuri Thakur, Sunil Kumar, who belongs to the Kushwaha community, Kaushalendra Kumar Kurmi, fourth time MP, Hindustan Awam Morcha, and Jitan Ram Manjhi. These are a couple of names in this very crucial list that we have received. All right, so we have a series of reporters joining us on the broadcast. We have got Harish live joining us from Karnataka, Swastika joining us from Andhra Pradesh, Brij Mohan Singh from Bihar, and Aman Sharma also on the broadcast. Good morning to all of you. Harish, straight up first coming to you, the big names popping out from... All right, first let's take question from Aman Sharma. Aman, this is a big word now coming in from NDA sources. The list is pretty long. These are a couple of names, some very important faces. We are learning Chirag Paswan can actually grab something big. Tell us more, what is the word that you have received from your sources?
Well, yes, we are reporting since morning today that 12 to 15 berths in the Union Council of Ministers could go to the allies in the NDA. While the top four ministries, the Raisena held ministries, Home Defence, MEA, Finance, could still be with the BJP. They want to keep this. They will be keeping it. The key ones are also close to the Modi 3.0 agenda, railways, IT, education, law ministry, may also stay with the BJP. What we're hearing from the allies is that the TDP, with 16 seats, with 16 MPs, could get one cabinet and at least two MOS posts. A name frontrunner from the TDP is Mr. K. Ram Mohan Naidu. He's the three-time MP from Srikulam. He has won this time as well. He's one of the senior-most faces of the TDP. He's in the running from the JDU, which has won 12 seats. It may get one cabinet and one or two MOSs posts. Lallan Singh, a senior leader of the JDU and aide of Nitish Kumar, is also expected to be one of the ministers in the Council of Ministers. The LJP, Chirag Paswan, who has won 5 seats. Chirag Paswan himself could become a minister, union cabinet minister. His father, the late Ramvilas Paswan, was also a cabinet minister, food and public distribution and consumer affairs. Chirag Paswan could also become a minister. The RLD, which has won 2 seats, Jayant Chaudhary, is set to become a union council minister. He may become a full cabinet minister or a minister of state with independent charge. We are hearing Shiva Sena, Eknath Shinde, who's won 7 seats. The top name from Shinde's camp is Srirang Barne, who's again won a Lok Sabha election. This time he's also one of the senior leaders and close aides of Mr. Eknath Shinde. He could be in the running to become a minister. From the NCP camp, though the NCP has won only 1 seat, Ajit Pawar's camp, Praful Patel, who's an existing Rajya Sabha MP, could be in the running to become an MP again, to a minister in the union. Sunil Tadkare's name is also doing the rounds in that. JDS, which has 2 MPs, Mr. M. Kumaraswamy's name seems the front runner to join the Council of Ministers as a full-time MP. So these are all the names. Mr. Jan Kalyan Party, Mr. Pawan Kalyan's party, one of them is expected for them also. Apna Dal, HAM, Anupriya Patel, Jitin Ram Manjhi, all these names are doing the rounds. Of course, there is no confirmation so far because discussions are still ongoing, and we'll only know maybe by tomorrow morning a finality on each of the names. But these are all the names, Sakshi, which are doing the rounds of the power corridors of Delhi on who could be a part of the Union Council of Ministers. At least 12 to 15 members of these berths could go to the NDA allies.
Definitely, Aman. Please stay with us. From Bihar, Brij Mohan Singh is also joining us live on the broadcast. Brij Mohan जी, हमें बताइए कि अपने सूत्रों के अनुसार आपने क्या इन्फॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट की है, अगर बात जानी जाए जेडीयू के बारे में कि पॉसिबली कौन सी मिनिस्ट्री उनके हाथ में जा सकती है जेडीयू के पास, क्योंकि कुछ डिमांड्स तो दी हैं उन्होंने भी।
साक्षी, जब बिहार की बात करते हैं तो कास्ट बैलेंस की बात करते हैं, ये देखना बहुत जरूरी होता है कि कितने आप अगड़े समाज से लेते हैं, कितने पिछड़े समाज से। जो जानकारी हमें मिली है सूत्रों से इस वक्त, वो आपको बता दूं कि 2-3 नाम जो प्रोमिनेंट नाम है, राजीव रंजन उर्फ ललन सिंह, जो मुंगेर से एमपी चुन के अभी आए हैं और राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष भी रह चुके हैं जदयू के, उनका नाम सबसे ऊपर आ रहा है। और अभी जानकारी ये मिली है कि कुछ देर पहले वो मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार से मिलने के लिए गए हैं। दूसरा एक महत्वपूर्ण नाम जिसकी चर्चा भी अमन ने भी की है, वो नाम है रामनाथ ठाकुर का। वो नाम इसलिए भी इम्पोर्टेंट है क्योंकि ही सन ऑफ कर्पूरी ठाकुर, द फॉर्मर चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ बिहार, जिनको कुछ लोकसभा से कुछ दिनों पहले, कुछ हफ्ते पहले उनको भारत रत्न दिया गया। 2-3 नाम जो इम्पोर्टेंट है। एक और नाम जिसकी चर्चा मैं करना चाहूंगा वो है सुनील कुमार, वाल्मीकि नगर से एमपी चुन के आए हैं और कुशवाहा समाज से हैं। इस बार इसलिए भी जरूरी है कुशवाहा समाज को एडजस्ट करना क्योंकि उनका रोल इस बार लोकसभा में काफी महत्वपूर्ण रहा है। आप चिराग पासवान की बात कर रहे थे, डेफिनेटली चिराग पासवान काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है। 100% उनका स्ट्राइक रेट रहा है, 5 में से 5 सीटें उन्होंने जीती हैं। लेकिन जो सूचना ये मिल रही है कि उनको कोई बड़ा कैबिनेट बर्थ मिल सकता है। हालांकि उनकी पार्टी की तरफ से कोई डिमांड नहीं है कि हमें ये बर्थ दिया जाए, लेकिन ये इंपॉर्टेंट है कि वो लॉयल है प्रधानमंत्री को लेके। जो भी प्रधानमंत्री की तरफ से डिसीजन होगा उसमें बहुत ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता।
I think we lost Brij Mohan over there. We'll try to get a word of that also, but let's try to talk about the picture that is being played out in the state of Karnataka as well. Harish for that is with us on the broadcast. Harish, now coming to you, I was just talking about the crucial names popping out from your state at the moment. H.D. Kumaraswamy, what's up for grabs for him?
Well, although the JDS makes it very clear that they haven't put forth any specific demand as such, they are saying that we are hoping that the Prime Minister and the government will understand that we are a party that largely has its voter base in the rural areas. So we will be given a portfolio that is somewhere linked to agriculture or allied sector. That's what they're hoping right now. They're also hoping that Kumaraswamy will be given a heavy-duty portfolio because the JDS-BJP alliance here in Karnataka has really helped the BJP in several seats. Seats like some of the seats that we have seen, for example, Chitradurga, just around 30-40,000 lead that the BJP has managed to win. So in those seats, many believe that this alliance has worked for the BJP. They've ensured they've won more seats because of JDS contributing, and vice versa in seats like Mandya and other places where the BJP has successfully transferred votes. So they want to continue this alliance and want to ensure that they can corner the Congress, and that's the reason many believe that Kumaraswamy will be given a heavy-duty portfolio. That's what they're expecting. We'll have to see if he will get agriculture because the demand, similar demand has come from JDU and TDP as well, is what we are understanding. So it's a tightrope walk when as far as allocating portfolio is concerned, but the JDS making it very clear that at no point in time are we placing a demand or are we blackmailing anyone here.
All right, Harish, please stay with us. Let's go to Andhra Pradesh. Swastika is joining us live on the broadcast as well. Swastika, very good morning to you. Earlier, the word that came in straight from your state was that what Chandrababu Naidu is eyeing for is a heavy amount allotted for the particular state. But right now, the crucial names coming out from your state as well as far as the ministry is concerned and the cabinet is concerned. Tell us more. What is the word that you have received from your sources?
Well, the TDP is certainly targeting one cabinet ministry and 2 MOS portfolios, and the front runner is of course 3-time TDP MP from Srikakulam, Ram Mohan Naidu. His father, Aaron Naidu, was also a union minister, and he is somebody who is being considered as a front runner because A, he's a close confidant of Chandrababu Naidu, and more so enough, his family has been in the field of politics for years now, and he's somebody who's considered as someone who has good connect in the political circle. So definitely Ram Mohan Naidu emerging as a front runner from the TDP side. What portfolio is it going to be? That's going to be an interesting thing to watch out for, but definitely Mr. Naidu is keeping his cards close to his chest, but definitely the portfolios that the TDP is eyeing are those which will be consequential to the state of Andhra Pradesh. Now look at the Amravati, Polavaram. In terms of funds, they are heavily staffed because it's a debt-staffed state, and that's why the biggest challenge would be to get as much funds from centre as possible, and that's going to be the priority number one. In fact, Nara Lokesh spoke to us, Chandrababu Naidu's son, TDP MLA from Mangalagiri. He said it's an unconditional support. While that may be the case, but the TDP is certainly expecting or perhaps perhaps eyeing ministries like Jal Shakti and in fact rural development